What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Pot Stilled Life. And today I have been on the hunt and finally tracked down Henry McKenna 10-year bottled in bond. I know a lot of guys are looking for this right now. It's not that easy to come across, and when you do, there's definitely some markup is not uncommon. I was fortunate. I found this at a store up in Tennessee while I was on business a few weeks back. Paid right at retail for it. I think I paid like 29 bucks for it. So definitely not a bad price for it. And this stuff, I blame Fred Minnick for this. I mean, a few years ago, this sat on the shelf and nobody really paid much attention to it. And then 2019, it won how many awards in 2019? It was, I think it was the best single barrel bourbon. It was best bourbon. It won double gold at the San Francisco World Spirits Competition. And then everybody had to have it. And then again, I think it even won like best of show then too. And then again this year, it's won best single barrel bourbon again in 2021. So this is hot ticket, and if you haven't tried it, I would highly suggest it. Now, this isn't my first try on this. I'm going to open this thing up. I'm almost a little ashamed to say, guys, this particular one with Henry McKenna, I used to get this a lot. Several years back, when I was first getting into bourbons, it was recommended to me because one of the ways I got into bourbons was with Manhattans and Old Fashions. And somebody recommended this to me as a great bottle to make a Manhattan or an Old Fashioned out of. And I have to tell you, I can't tell you how many Old Fashions and Manhattans that I have made out of Henry McKenna bottled in bond. It really does. It's a great mixture. I don't think I will anymore. It's so hard to come across. I don't think I'm going to try to mix it again. But this is as I recall, it's a great bottle. I haven't had a bottle in at least 2 or 3 years because it's so hard to find. So let's see if it's as good as I remember. Let's see if it's worth the hunt. I say a lot of guys are hunting it, and I don't know. I found a lot of the bottles people are hunting now, some of them are great. They're phenomenal. They're well worth it. I would jump on them every time I get a chance to pick up a bottle. Others I've picked up and I was like, really wasn't worth it. Really, I wouldn't grab another bottle of it. It was okay. Be honest with you, I've even got one on my shelf right now that it's highly sought after. It's a BTAC. And I wouldn't buy another bottle if somebody gave it to me. It is just not my cup of tea. Now, taste is subjective. So let's see whether this thing is worth it. As I recall, I remember it was pretty good. I mean, you just look at that, and the color on that, that's nice. Just a nice amber color. That's pretty good. And this is coming out of Heaven Hill. It's been aged 10 years. So 29 bucks, a 10-year-old bottled in bond for roughly $29. That's, if you can find it, it's a pretty good value. On the nose, you pick up vanilla, caramel, definitely a little bit of oak on there, a little bit of wood. It's a little sweetness, maybe a little bit of those brown sugar notes. Just a nice classic bourbon right there. Very nice on the nose. I like that. And let's give it a taste. Cheers. Get a little bit of that, a little bit of the alcohol right up front. Oak, some spiciness. A little bit of honey. Now, it's my first sip of the day, so let's jump back in there. Yeah, definitely that oak right up front. Kind of rolls in a little bit of spiciness. Coming back into the brown sugar, the little bit of caramel in there. Not a whole lot. It's very oaky, but a smooth oak. I mean, it's not harsh. It's not bitter or anything. It's nice. Really, it's a nice flavor. The finish on it, it's still going. So it's relatively long finish. Viscosity is kind of medium. It's not. It's kind of coating. Yeah, a little oily, which is nice. Not overdone. It's well balanced. It's a really nice bourbon. And again, make a great mixture if you can find enough bottles of it. I don't know that I would recommend that anymore, but yeah, very nice. The more I sip on it, of course, I'm not getting that alcohol, but definitely a wood forward note for me. And then kind of dips into that spiciness, kind of those baking spices, and then into a little bit of the sweetness, kind of brown sugary sweetness to it. The caramel on the nose really isn't coming through. Let's see if I can pick up that vanilla. The vanilla's there, but it's not as prominent as it is in a lot of the other ones I've tried. Like for instance, against like a New Riff bottled in bond is much more vanilla forward than the Henry McKenna. This is definitely more wood forward, more spice forward. Really nice bourbon. Definitely worth the 29 bucks. I mean, if you can find it, it's a go-getter. I would definitely go grab a bottle anytime you see it. Yeah, it's a great sipper. I would definitely grab a bottle anytime if you see it on the shelf and it's around 30 bucks, go ahead and grab a bottle. I don't know that I would pay more than that, to be honest with you. If I saw this and somebody's marked it up 40, 45, 50 bucks, something like that, I wouldn't grab it. I think there's a lot of better bourbons out there for 40, 50 bucks. But around 30 bucks, yeah, this is definitely one I would grab and keep on the shelf for 30 bucks. So my recommendation, you see it at around 30, grab one. If it's above that, nah, not one I would grab from above 30. I keep going back to it though. It's a really solid bourbon. So guys, I appreciate you stopping by. If you enjoy the content that we're putting out, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. And until next time, cheers, be safe, and enjoy.